Welcome to another episode of Remodeler. Now, as you may already know, water conservation is one of the most important things we can do to help our planet. I have already taught you how to install a low flow shower head, and today I'm going to show you how to install a low flow faucet. It will reduce the amount of water that comes out and at the same time save you money. For today's project, we're going to need a few tools: channel lock pliers, adjustable pliers, and a Phillips head screwdriver. Now we can get started in installing our faucet. Okay, now let's get under here to remove our water lines. Once we have disconnected our water lines, next we go to our water stopping mechanism. We'll have to disconnect that before we get our faucet out. Okay, we're good. Next, we get our channel pliers to remove our flange screw. You gotta go counterclockwise. This way it can come off. Once you untighten a bit, you can manually take off the screw here. Get the pliers, and here we are, we're loose. Now in some cases we would have to remove our P-trap to release our flange. Now after we remove our P-trap, we'll have to come to the top and remove the top of our drain. Next thing we got to do is make sure we clean up the excess putty so we won't have any water leaking in the future. Once we have cleaned our sink, get our flange, stick it up there, tighten it, and we'll get the top of our drain and we'll get ready to install that from the top. This particular faucet comes with a foam gasket, so we're not going to necessarily need any putty. Make sure we get that in there. Get our top, start screwing that on. Now we can tighten our flange screws. This time we'll go clockwise. Remember, we release it counterclock and we'll tighten it clockwise. Once we've installed our flange and secured it, tightened it, we'll have to get our gasket for the P-trap. Put it in an area where we can adjust our P-trap. Bring it up, making sure we can get the back of it tight first. We can snug it in there just to hold it. This way we can snug the back and adjust the front here. Make sure it's in place. Then we get our channel lock wrench. We'll start tightening the top. Adjust them a bit. The back side of the P-trap has a bigger angle to it. Yeah, we gotta get a little comfortable in here and get that in. And there we go. We're tight at the bottom, we're tight at the top. Now what we just did, we got our flange, we tightened it with our P-trap, tightened the front with our gasket inside, and the back as well. So everything fits nicely. Tighten it and feel it nice and tight. Okay, now let's get started with our faucet. We've already removed our water lines, so we should come out nice and easy. What I'm doing now is removing the excess silicone from the old faucet. Make sure we can get a clean base for the new faucet. Okay, so now we're ready to go back under the sink, tighten our faucet, and connect our water lines. Okay, once we're down here, we'll have to make sure that we center our faucet, get our screws, and tighten them as much as we can with our hand before we use our wrench to tighten them even more to secure it. Yeah, we'll secure the sink in its right spot. Okay, now our sink is tight, so let's get our water lines. Make sure we put the cold line on our right side as we face the sink. Get those in tight as much as we can. By hand makes it easier and faster to do it with the wrench once it's in there. Now once we have our low flow faucet in place and tightened, as well as our water hoses, we can now go ahead and turn on our water valves to allow water through the hoses. Okay, now let's test our water. The hot, the cold. So we're good with that, and we're good with start using our low flow faucet Start saving money and conserving water. Now you can brush your teeth and wash your hands knowing that you have saved up to 40%, which is about 4 gallons a minute to 2.5. Want to save even more water? Just remember to turn off the faucet while you're brushing your teeth. Our planet will be very happy. Well, see you next time, and remember, keep it green.